guys, welcome back to another video. So before we start, I just wanted to introduce myself for the ones who don't know me. My name is Andrea Ventura and I am a petite model. I'm 5'3". I've been modeling for 5 years now, a little bit over 5 years. And I just like to share my experience. I like to share the things that I've learned, the things that I've done, to hopefully help you guys do it too. So hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Also, before we start, I just want to ask to please, if I have brought any value to you so far, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post at least one video. Well, I try to post one video a week. And also follow me on Instagram, because I actually post there almost on the daily tips on how you can model too, if you're a petite model like me. Shorties taking over. So without further ado, let's start this video. Today I want to talk about how I am modeling full time. So I am going to start first by talking about how I started modeling, and I'm going to talk about how my life was like before, and also that kind of job that I was doing before I went full-time into modeling. I'm also going to address how I make money. I'm going to also talk about the good and the ugly of working for yourself as a petite model. So let's get to it. So I moved to the States between 2012 and 2012, and that's when I started college. And in 2013 is when I started modeling, and it was literally just because I wanted pretty pictures. Like, there was no I want to be famous, I want to make money, I want to be on TV, like literally nothing, guys. It was I want pretty pictures, that's what I want. At that same time that I started modeling, I also became like a guest list girl for this very famous club in DC, and it's when I started paying for my own stuff and helping my family pay for school. So 2.5 years into modeling, a little bit more than that, I finally decided to take the step and get signed to my first agency. I remember I got my book together and I went on a trip and I got signed. So at this moment I wasn't taking modeling like super serious, but after I got signed to my very first agency on the first try, which I think is extremely rare, to be honest, on my first try, like wow. So when that happened, I was just like, whoa, I can do this. So I wanted more, but my vision wasn't like super set at that moment. Like, I just had an idea of what I wanted, but completely clueless. So I started trying stuff. So I started researching online about petite modeling, found nothing but disappointment after disappointment. Like, you're not supposed to model, like you're not gonna get anywhere, like it was a fad, you know, very discouraging things. Basically, like I wasn't gonna get anywhere. I also tried, I kept researching and researching. I found that there was these 2 apps that you can download on your phone, and that apparently helps you get booked. I did that. Nothing happened. I also tried to message people and ask them to help me. One girl I do remember that she was the first one to ever recommend me commercial agencies, but at the time, like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together and I didn't really follow her advice. And then I also tried to message other people, like quite a few people that I knew that had like connections with the industry. I tried to, like, you know, ask them to help me, and nobody really helped me. To be honest, I'm not blaming them, like why would they help me? So yeah, nothing happened. And I also remember that I was looking into modeling agencies, like the most famous ones, and I got really like intimidated by the height requirements. So in my mind I was just like, no, like no. I remember I would go back and forth and see, you know, that the things that I need to submit and stuff, and I just didn't like do it. I didn't do it. And then I had a few people that knew people from the industry, and to be honest, I feel very blessed that everybody that I know, like literally everybody that I know, supports me on my dreams. So every time I would complain about my height or that I couldn't do things, everybody was like, Andrea, you can do this. Like, what are you talking about? So all of that awesome help from my friends and my family helped me a lot, because in summer of 2016 I decided to take things in my own hands, and I decided to make the trip to New York. I went with one of my friends, and I went for I think 4 or 5 days. I stayed in New York, and I went to see about 7 agencies, or maybe like 8, I'm not 100% sure, but I went to see like 7 or 8 agencies. Complete fail. It's not really a fail, but nobody signed me, everybody rejected me. I got no's, and more no's. Also, I forgot to mention that at the same time that I got signed to my first agency, I became a bartender at the same club that I was doing guest list. So I said that it was about November 2015 that I got signed to my first agency and I became a bartender. So at this time I'm bartending. So fast forward everything that I said after that. Winter of 2016, for personal reasons, I could not continue to do bartending anymore, so I decided to stop. And the only reason why I felt confident of stopping at that time was because my freelance work, which I earned through, you know, posting on social media and getting recommendations from other people that have worked with me before, and the agency work that I was getting through, you know, my first agency, was enough income that was about the same or more than what I was earning as a bartender. So at this moment I was like, okay, you know, I'm good. So that's when I was no longer having any type of job at this moment. I was still a full-time student, and that's when I made the decision. In spring of 2017, I finally got signed to my second agency, and in that summer I finally graduated college with a degree in fashion merchandising. So at this moment in time is the time that people are like, so what are you gonna do with your life? So my dad obviously sat me down and he was like, okay, Andrea, you're about to graduate college, or you already graduated college. I can't remember what time he asked me, and he was like, what are you gonna do? Have you thought of your options? And I was like, yeah, Dad, I want to pursue modeling full-time. I don't see myself doing anything but modeling. I don't want to do anything with that. So he was like, okay, great, I support you 100%, but just to let you know, you have to make the same income or more than the job that you would have gotten if you applied to a fashion merchandising job. So a salary of like a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday person. And I was like, great. No pressure, Dad. You know, he told me that obviously, so I have like a goal to reach, but it's not like I was gonna get kicked out of the house or anything like that. So, but still pressure enough for me to feel pressured, if that makes sense. So summer 2016, I'm in my house and I have all the freedom to do whatever I want. Truth be told, I had no idea what I had to do. Like, I was clueless. I knew that I had to work a lot, but I had no idea what I had to do. And to be honest with you guys, I spent a lot of time on my laptop just looking at vegan fitness models and watching their videos about how they worked out and how they ate, and pretty much not doing much with my business. But you know, little by little I started catching up on stuff, and I developed my own website. I started learning about branding. I started learning about how to work social media. I started applying to a bunch. I got my digitals taken, and I started applying to a bunch, like a crazy, like you guys have seen my other video, like a crazy amount of agencies. I kept building my portfolio and also building my network, and taking more into consideration like oh my god, sorry, building my soft skills, because that's a huge thing. Like, you know, having a personality as a model is like huge thing. So I also started taking that into consideration, you know, try to build myself from the inside out too. Fast forward, now it's 2018. I am super busy, thank God. And as you guys, I told you guys that I was working as a brand ambassador. That job already ended. It lasted 2.5 months. And then my income now, you know, it's my freelance work that like I told you guys, I've earned by networking, by building my portfolio, by posting on social media and stuff like that. I am working through my agencies. I am doing also promo modeling work, and that's pretty much how I am working and how I'm making money. So now we're gonna get to the part of the good and the ugly of working for yourself as a petite model. To start, we're gonna start with the ugly part, because that way it's gonna get better with the good part, hopefully. So the ugly part, guys, is that since I am like the CEO of my business, like I call all the shots. But if I call all the shots, that means that if I make a bad business decision, if I work for a client or a photographer that I shouldn't have, or like I invest in something that I shouldn't have, or I sell myself short, things like that, it's on me. Like I lost that money. Like I cannot blame anybody. I cannot blame anybody for anything that happens to me in my business, for any money that I lose, for a week that I didn't work. I literally cannot blame anybody but myself. If I don't work a week, it's on me. Like I did something, or I didn't do something and I didn't work that week, or if I didn't make the money that I thought I would have made, it's on me. Like I am responsible 100% for how I sell myself, how I brand myself, who I choose to work with, when and how and why. You know, you live and you learn. So that's one thing. The other thing too is that you never know when you're gonna be working. That's literally every single week of my life. I literally don't know when I'm gonna be working. Sometimes, yes, I get booked a week in advance, and that's nice. But usually I don't know what I'm doing every single week. You know, there are days I'm like, and then I finally get booked, and then I'm crazy busy for the entire week, and I'm just like, yes, thank you. You basically don't know when you're gonna hit a slow season. And me personally, like I've talked about this in like another video, I didn't know that the winter time was slow season for this area for modeling, because it's, you know, the holidays and it's too cold outside to shoot, so obviously, you know, things slow down. So I didn't know that. I was expecting it, I wasn't prepared for it, and I got really stressed. Guys, you have no idea how stressed I was. Like I had meltdowns and I was crying in stress. That's how stressed I was in the winter time. That's also one of the reasons why I'm doing a lot more promo work this year than I've done in the entire 5 years that I've been modeling, because I don't want that to happen to me again this year. So that's why I'm working extra hard this year. So if you're a person that is used to a schedule or wants a schedule, modeling, you really can have a schedule. Like there's not such thing as a schedule, and you need to be prepared to literally drop everything that you are doing at that moment to get your stuff together, to travel and to go to a casting call or an audition or do a photo shoot. Like it happens to me all the time, guys, like all the time. Like I'm having a photo shoot, or I'm working an event, or I'm chilling at my house, and then out of nowhere, boom, an email from one of my agencies, hey, can you come to New York tomorrow, there's an audition, and I'm just like, let me get ready now. Looking up the bus, what if it leaves at the right time that I need to be there, buying it, coming home, cooking my meals, getting the clothes that I need to get, maybe go to Target and buy something that I need to get. Oh my god, I don't have makeup, so I have to go somewhere to get the makeup that I need to get, and like that. That's how it is. So if you are not ready for that, well, get yourself ready for that. Also, last year, since it was my first time that I was actually doing completely full-time, so because I had already graduated college, I felt very pressured to make it. And since I was applying to so many agencies, and I will obviously always check their talent and their models, I check their measurements, and it's hard to tell this, and I developed body image issues. Oh my god, wow, it's hard to tell this still. Oh my god. But I'm okay now, don't worry guys, I'm okay. Like, it's just hard to talk about it, and I promise I'm gonna open up soon. So sorry about that guys. It's still kind of hard to talk about that. So let's move on to the good part, to the happy part. Okay, so yeah, so I'm working for myself. I'm really happy. Like, I feel very fulfilled. I love working, and the fact that I'm so passionate about modeling, like, it fills my life with so much excitement. Like, I love it. I'm also really happy because I am taking a lot more financial responsibilities now, and I can afford them. So that's just like, you know, it makes me happy. I did not tell you guys, but I just got a brand new car. I love it. So yeah, so obviously I'm paying for it, and I'm paying for the car insurance, and all of my money is going back to my business. I'm investing all of my money on it. So I'm paying for my website, my email address, casting, subscriptions. On top of it, you know, I'm paying for trips to New York, for hotels, for getting my eyebrows done every week, gym membership, groceries, gas, you know, printing my photos, buying outfits for photo shoots or for casting, and also, you know, for personal reasons, you know, eating out, advertising on Facebook and on Instagram, Spotify, buying my phone, you know, all these things. Like, I can afford them, I'm paying for them. So it just makes me feel really like I love business. I always dream of having my own business, so it's crazy that it's actually happening and I'm actually doing it. So that makes me like extremely happy. I could also cry about this, but in a happy way. I also love the fact that a week and a day is never the same. I am never working with the same people. I'm never working on the same project. I'm not working for the same brand. Every single week is like a different week for me. So I hope guys that this video was helpful for you. And like I've said in my other videos, it just takes patience. It just takes a lot of patience. Seriously, if you're talented and you work hard for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to make it. This is not a journey that you start today and by the next couple months you're big and famous and rich and you can afford whatever you want. No, this is a journey that if you start today, maybe in a few years, you're gonna start seeing the results that you dreamed of. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. In this video I talk about how I am modeling full-time. I talk about how I started modeling, what my life was like before I pursued modeling full-time, and also I talk about the good and the ugly, and also I include my sources of income in this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button for me, and also if you have any thoughts, questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I always answer your questions. I love answering your questions. It fills my life with joy and excitement to see you guys wanting to pursue this career with me too. And feel free to share this video to any of your friends that needs to hear this. Alright guys, thanks again for watching this video. See you guys next time. Bye!